If you haven't already, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/workingfanspodcast. We have all our episodes go up there unedited pretty much as soon as they get done. We have classic interviews going up. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Last week we had the Royal Rumble, so it's the official kickoff of the Road to WrestleMania. On Monday night, we got one of the main events set. Seems like CM Punk is finally going to get his WrestleMania main event headlining night 2 against Roman Reigns. What do you think about this matchup? And what do you think of the news that it was reported that it was supposed to be Braun Breaker going against CM Punk?
Yeah. They apparently spun around some stuff. Not just that, it was Braun Breaker and Punk originally, and they wanted to do Roman and Cody at one time. And I think a lot of the situation was that Paul Levesque felt that we had already done Roman and Cody enough in the last couple of years. Like in the last, I think 3 years, Dave went at it like in 3 main events, counting the tag match with The Rock. And then obviously the injury with Seth Rollins. I think they felt like they had to switch some things around. That's why they were going to put Braun Breaker in that spot. But ultimately, I think between everything, like they settled on, okay, let's do Roman and let's do Punk. And hey, man, I watched that closing segment on Raw. Other than the fuck ice chant, like that was my favorite thing of the week. Like they just managed to make it feel personal. They managed to take little inside things where Roman makes a comment about, you made my life a lot harder when you left here, when you went on your little best friend's podcast, and I've always hated you. And, there's some truth to that, right? Like, Punk had mentioned on his podcast, Colt Cabana's podcast back then, that he had always wanted Cassius Ohno in that spot, and around that same time, Roman got a lot of backlash. So it's interesting to see 2 great talkers. And it's funny. I don't know about you, but I was thinking about this. As much as like I've been really positive about AEW and like things have been really well and I'm enjoying the creative there lately, I do look at a guy like Punk and a guy like Cody, and I think for some people, it was probably a better move to go to WWE. Those 2 being great examples. Like, goddamn, CM Punk is main event in WrestleMania with Roman Reigns defending the title right now. Like, it's a great spot to be in.
Yeah, I think AEW is a better place for maybe people coming up off of the indies who are more used to having a say in their creative. Even though they can overdo it with what gets done in the ring, they can make more their own character. And Punk and Cody they've been in that WWE system. They might do better with like a more regulated system. So either way, both companies are doing great right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It may be more old school even, too, because with a guy like Punk, he was, brought up and he loved guys like Terry Funk and Cody, obviously Dusty's kid, And so AEW, I would also say, despite having, like modern independents, right? I think it's better for modern independent guys who want that creativity and stuff they can do. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about a bunch of different things here, but, like I watched Impact Wrestling this week too. And
we were kind of talking about the Road to WrestleMania for right now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like you said, wrestling's been great. And it's like, yeah, like I'm enjoying every company right now. And segueing back to the Road to WrestleMania, I think Punk and Roman is a great main event. They kicked it off last night on SmackDown. We're working towards the Elimination Chamber now. We're going to see who Drew McIntyre is going to defend it against, whether it's Cody Rahim, Jacob Fatu. There's going to be an Elimination Chamber match, and the winner of that's going to get Drew. And I think that's great as well.
Yeah, Elimination Chamber, the next big pay-per-view coming up. Maybe we'll get some Elimination Chamber watch-alongs in there. Before we move on to favorite feuds, though, and then to the 5-3-1 to end the show, you were talking about Impact. I didn't watch Impact this week. Was there anything good on there? How did they do this week?
They did great, but it's so funny. I want to remember the girl's name. There was a mixed tag match with Elijah, and he had a partner, a young lady, making her debut for Impact against Tasha Steelz and Mustafa Ali. And man, this girl was a house of fire. Like she was doing awesome moves. Lance Storm was talking about like, she was great. And Brian Alvarez was really putting her over on Wrestling Observer. But yeah, oh my goodness. Jody something, I want to say. Yeah, I wish I remember that. But she is She is someone to look out for. Overall, Impact is just solidly putting out better shows after that unfortunate debut that they had on the initial AMC show.
Yeah, they've got a special next Friday, I believe, No Surrenders. That'll be worth checking out.